Northamptonshire County Council agrees massive cuts to jobs and services to tackle £70 million shortfall. Northamptonshire County Council has agreed to enormous cuts to jobs and vital services in a bid to reduce a £70 million shortfall just months after it put its swanky new £53 million headquarters up for sale. Councillors backed the plan to reduce spending at a crisis meeting held today. Children's services, road maintenance and waste management are among the areas facing radical cuts. Government-appointed commissioners were sent in to run the authority earlier this year after it issued a Section 114 notice restricting its own spending in a bid to balance the books. But councillors have also been slammed for building a lavish new headquarters shortly before their council effectively went bankrupt. The £53 million One Angel Square office complex has gone up for sale despite it only opening in October 2017 and the purpose of the redevelopment being to save money by closing 12 offices and bringing them under one roof. At the crisis meeting on Thursday, where 15 Conservative councillors failed to attend, there were discussions on an unspecified number of redundancies and a scale back to the basic core services it is legally obligated to provide. Summarizing the debate, Council Leader Matthew Galby said, "We have got to make sure that we provide the services we can and that we aren't putting people at risk, and we as a council will not be putting people at risk. Do we understand the implications? Yes. Our role is to ensure we are providing the services we can. Frankly, we are not going to give up. It is the most challenging thing me and my colleagues have ever been faced with. There is little doubt local authorities have borne the brunt of the program of austerity embarked upon by ex-Chancellor George Osborne in 2010. Council leaders of all political stripes have long warned cuts of this magnitude are not sustainable. This is the first sign their predictions might be coming true." Other councils are also reporting similar issues, with Conservative-run East Sussex County Council planning to slash service to the legal minimum core offer. In March this year the National Audit Office, NAO, said councils are overspending on local services and using their own savings to fund them, damaging their long-term sustainability. The Prime Minister is already facing a considerable Brexit headache, but if councils start falling into a financial black hole, she could soon be facing something bordering on a crisis. The council voted in favor of noting and agreeing with the Chief Finance Officer's decision to issue a Section 114 notice, admitting the council does not have resources to meet current expenditure and that it has little confidence it can bring spending under control in the near future. It also voted to approve the action plan dealing with how to control expenditure and the list of core services it is legally obliged to provide before cuts can be made. It also emerged that the council was forced to take on 2 commissioners from Whitehall who, according to a Labour councillor, are being paid £1,500 a day, a bill allegedly being paid by the Tory-run council. Councillor Dennis Meredith said, "We are paying £1,500 a day for commissioners. I think that's a scandal. We need to send you back to London. It's only 60 miles. Opposition councillors reiterated their objection to the proposed actions of the local authority. Labour's Bob Scott said, "We will try and fight and challenge to try and mitigate the disaster the Tories have made both nationally and locally. We will not vote to harm the people of Northamptonshire." Liberal Democrat councillor Chris Stanborough said, "One of the paragraphs in the report read, knowingly adopting unachievable savings. People knew that they were unachievable. But we need to know who knew, Chair. That is absolutely vital." The Tory-run authority ignored warnings of a budget crisis 3 years ago when it had overspent by £43 million by the halfway point of its financial year. In July, the council issued a second order to confine spending to only the most essential services amid fears that its budget shortfall could reach £70 million this year. A government report this year found serious failings at the council and said it should be scrapped. Harry Fone, grassroots campaign manager at the Taxpayers Alliance, said, "It is unacceptable that 15 councillors were absent from a crucial meeting about the provision of essential services in Northamptonshire. Taxpayers have already been badly let down by poor spending decisions and mismanagement. This is yet another kick in the teeth to Northamptonshire residents who will suffer most of all." County councils across the land are responsible for a wide number of service areas such as education, transport, planning, fire and public safety, social care, libraries, waste management and trading standards. They are different from district, borough and city councils who are responsible for rubbish collection, recycling, council tax collections, housing and planning applications. Parish, community and town councils are responsible for allotments, public clocks, community centers, play areas and consultation on neighborhood planning. Meanwhile, the Chartered Institute of Public Finance and Accountancy has warned that other authorities are facing similar pressures. Its chief executive, Rob Weidman, said in July, "The National Audit Office's most recent financial sustainability report points out that 10% of upper-tier authorities are similarly vulnerable to financial failure. That could be more than 20 councils at risk along with the essential services for several million citizens." A spokesman for the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government, MHCLG, said, "It is essential residents are able to have faith in their council, particularly in the responsible use of taxpayers' money." The financial challenges facing the council are clearly serious and reinforce how important it was that we took swift action to appoint commissioners. These commissioners will continue to work closely with the council as it takes the necessary steps to rebalance its finances. The body representing England's county council said other authorities are likely to be forced into announcing a scaling back of the services to residents to a legal minimum core offer.